Hello, everyone. I'm Trustic44, also known as Fly, and welcome to this Let's Play of Horizon Forbidden West. Last episode, we've gone and cleared out everything there is left to clear out. The only thing I haven't done is this here, and I have a feeling we're going to get a quest for whatever is over here. That's probably going to be later. That's my guess, anyway. With that said, all we have left to do is return to the base and return Demeter. I believe it's Demeter. Pretty sure Demeter is the name. I could be wrong, but that's what I think it is. And this will actually help us out, but there's still certainly going to be plenty that we need to do. So, let's head in and see what we got next. Oh, wow. The base has got a lot of stuff upgrading it. They have really upgraded the base.
So you like hearing me butcher Utaru music?
I sure don't. You sound like a dying long leg.
Huh. Alright, well, I'll take care of what I can here. Let's talk with everyone. First up, Errand.
Looks like you got what you wanted.
Yeah. It's almost time to go after Hephaestus.
Finally. We get to rock and roll. Yeah, at least that's how the old ones said it, I think.
Yeah, I was about to say. Your training?
Bet you're used to that focus by now.
Well, I can hit machines in their weak points. I guess that's something. I wish all the other data was as easy to deal with. To be honest, it's hard to understand half of what's on there. And then the other half reminds me, well, this isn't a fight you can win by just waving a hammer. Which is kind of what I do. But hey, that just means I gotta study harder. Make myself useful.
Just give it time.
Listen, there's been plenty we've been doing, plenty of fights we've done where swinging a hammer is a massive help at the very least. Companions.
Anything happen I should know about?
Zoe asked us to help her bring more plants in here. Not for eating, apparently. Yeah, if you ask me, the place is fine as it is. You know, metal might be plain, but it's sturdy. Nothing wrong with that. Who needs a bunch of vegetation?
What I'm wondering is, how are you keeping the plants alive? I mean, the water, sure, but
I
they
should
need
get going.
sunlight too.
Say hi to Gaia for me.
Where's the sunlight? How can they photosynthesize? Hey, Varl.
Is that what I think it is?
Just need to merge it with Gaia, and she'll have enough power to handle Hephaestus.
Good news. So, what can I do for you?
Alright, you're
I
training.
hope Zoe's not upset I'm distracting you from your training.
Yeah, I don't think you have to worry about that.
What do you mean? What happened?
Well, before Zoe found a way to fix the land gods, I suggested that when Gaia was fully restored, she could just make new ones.
Well, once we get Hephaestus, that's definitely a possibility.
That's what I said. But I guess there was something about my tone she didn't like. She got pretty raw. Said I didn't understand the way her tribe feels about those machines. Which is true, of course. And the last thing I'd ever want to do is dismiss their traditions. But I was trying to look at things differently. More like you know? To see a machine as just a machine.
Yeah, I guess I led you into trouble there, didn't I?
Not your fault. Don't worry.
Yeah, that's a little disagreement there.
Did you talk to Zoe after your fight?
I suffered through a few hours of glaring silence. Then she seemed to move on. Sort of. How do people do this? How do I know if the next thing I say won't blow up in my face? What if
Care
an
and learning.
apology is not enough next time?
You give her a stuffed animal?
You're the worst. You know that?
What makes you think I know anything about any of this? You're on your own.
Abandoning me again, huh? Well, if she kills me next time, it's on you.
I mean, she's got a bit of a point. You're asking the woman who lived on her own, made a bunch of friends, then ditched all of them and said, I can only live on my own, and only now is actually getting along with her friends again.
Let's hold off on the ale till it's over and done with.
I'll let Aaron know.
Alright. How about you, Zoe? You have anything to say? Maybe about what he was talking about?
Aloy, you've returned. And you come bearing gifts. Does this mean we'll soon be able to uproot the Zeniths from our lands?
That's what I'm hoping.
Good.
Your training.
It looked like you were working on something over there.
With Gaia now growing in strength, I've been trying to find a way to heal the land gods. Even if some people think I should give up on them.
Already said I was sorry.
Your friend thought it'd be a good idea to replace the land gods with new machines when Gaia recovers.
It wasn't.
The land gods have taken care of our people for generations. They are not some broken toy to be thrown away. Even
She
if
has
they
a
are just
point.
machines doing their job, to abandon them in their time of suffering seems cruel.
I'm sure Varl understands that too.
He does now. I had to get pretty mad at him at first, though.
You know I can hear you guys, right?
I love how he's just right there and we're talking as if he isn't.
You ever play that board game Aaron set up?
Strike? I'm the one who gave it to him. I was hoping it'd distract him enough to spare us that ruckus he calls death metal. No such luck.
I should-
Let him enjoy the music he enjoys.
If you need me, you know where to find me.
Alright. Still 2 other companions we need to speak with. Let's see. Not in there. Not in here, although dang, they really have, they have set up their rooms. Ah, there it is.
Are you sure that's what the data says?
Hello again. Oh, I'm telling you it's a drink, but it's soft.
Oh, is it soft?
It says here it had bubbles in it.
Well, we can't expect to make sense out of everything the old ones did.
Yeah, it was a name. You have something else to say, Varl.
You look like you've got something to say.
Just a couple of questions.
You're training again.
Looks like things between you and Zoe are better now.
I suffered through a few hours of glaring. How do people do that? What if an apology?
You give her a...
You're the worst.
What makes you think I know?
Abandoned.
Yeah, we already
should
heard
go.
that. I don't
You're
know
right.
why I'm asking it again. Okay, anyway. Next up is you. Oh, I was right, it is Demeter.
You busy?
Hey, Katalo.
One must never be idle when at war. But there is always time to speak to one's commander.
Oh, that's not really how I see myself.
It is how we see you.
You're training?
Anything interesting happen while I was away?
I found an acceptable place to practice with my blade.
Oh, and where's that?
Outside, above the base. There's a nest of sunwings that are always up for a fight.
Ever thought of sparring with something that's not trying to kill you?
That would defeat the purpose of the training.
I can see both sides, but sometimes you need to train with a little less risk so that you can actually guarantee you survive.
What have you been up to?
Varl has asked to learn the differences between my people's clans, so I've been teaching him Tenakth history. It is heavy with blood and death, but also with honorable deeds and vanquished tyrants. Maybe you'd like to hear about it as well, when our mission is done.
I'd be honored.
That would be nice to listen to and hear.
Did Aaron tell you we found the people who gave Regala's rebels the power to override machines?
He told me of the battle. I suggested he etch this victory on his fighting arm with one of our inkers.
Is he going to do it?
He didn't say no.
Huh. Fair enough.
I'll let you get back to your training.
And so will I.
Alright, and let's see if Beta has anything to say below. It's possible. Let's see. This is where these were. Yeah, there wasn't really much we could learn over here. Let's go down to Beta. Where's the stairs down?
I'm telling you, the old ones put blades on their feet and
Danced on ice.
Huh. Ice
That
skating.
doesn't sound safe.
Does sound fun, though.
It kinda is, if a little risky. Okay. Okay, Beta, do you have anything to say?
It's you.
Apparently not. Okay. Head on back up. And let's bring this over to Gaia. The good news, and is likely going to have some bad news soon.
It is good to see you again, Aloy. I see you have recovered Demeter.
Here you go.
Aloy. With the acquisition of Ether, Poseidon, and Demeter, my heuristic processing density has expanded greatly. I should now be able to absorb Hephaestus, and fortunately, we have made progress on a plan to capture it.
That is good.
With Varl's encouragement, Beta analyzed all available information on Hephaestus. Its expansion has been rampant. It is too large to be beamcast, and the kernel you have been using could never hold it. Therefore, it must be contained in a location with a direct physical connection to me. A place with 2 data cores.
2 cores. Where would we find a place like that?
Gemini.
Pardon?
An abandoned cauldron in the desert west of here. Seismic activity disrupted the original construction. 2 data cores were built as a result.
I know that place. It's near the Desert Clan's capital. We'll have to bring you there by hand.
I have devised a blueprint for a suitable, albeit unwieldy, transport rig. It will require 2 people to carry it to Gemini.
I can help.
Once I am installed on the first core, I will call down Hephaestus on the other, trapping it. I will then initiate the merge. However, in order to construct the rig, I will need considerable help.
Can you build it? I suppose I could, but it's not gonna work. The Zeniths will find you. Minerva won't be able to conceal your location.
That is correct.
Hmm.
Absorbing Hephaestus will create a significant power surge, easily detected by anyone capable of noticing.
But what if there were multiple power surges? To fake out the Zeniths? If Erend, Zoe, and Katalo spread out to the other cauldrons and create their own surges, would those conceal the one at Gemini?
Analyzing. Such a tactic might be effective. With Beta's help, we should be able to build a set of handheld pulse generators.
I told you it's not gonna work. I did a test. Hephaestus has written Alpha clearance out of its access module. You'll never be able to capture it. Then we need a higher level of clearance. There is no higher... Ted Pharaoh's mega clearance. The
Oh.
one he used to purge the Apollo database and kill the Alphas. But to get it, you would have to find Thebes. The private bunker he retreated to when the world ended, and nobody knows where that is, not even the Zeniths. Their only intel was that it was somewhere in San Francisco. That might be all I need. Alva, the Quen diviner I met, said her people had set up a base at landfall. They were searching for data in San Francisco from there. She might be able to help. So I guess I'm headed all the way west. While I'm gone, will you be able to build the rig and the pulse generators? I'll try.
All right.
I'll make sure she has what she needs.
So this sounds like a plan. It's a risky plan, but it could work. And we're gonna head out west,
Elvis said
exactly
the
where I
port of the
wanted to go.
ferry on the coast that they used to get to the ruins of San Francisco. That's where I need to go.
And we have other quests. The second verse, so we need to talk to Zoe about this.
Aloy, I have managed to unlock an additional room near the servers.
Understood.
I'll look at that in a bit. We've got other quests too, but
I'm
Gaia,
back,
Hello, Aloy.
let us speak with
What
each
would you
other.
like to discuss?
One moment. Sorry about that. Our progress. Beta.
Beta's convinced we won't be able to capture Hephaestus. With that attitude, do you really think she'll be able to build the rig and pulse generators?
It may take some coaxing, but with some assistance, I am confident she will.
I don't get her, Gaia. She's so quick to assume we'll fail. She's nothing like what I thought she'd be. I guess it'll be best if she stays here when we go to Gemini.
Companions.
All this data I've picked up in ancient bunkers and ruins. I guess I never really thought that other people would be looking at it.
Based on my observations, your companions engage quite frequently with this material. Erend has asked on numerous occasions about birthday parties.
Huh.
He appears perplexed by the tradition of serving a sweet confection, as it conflicts with the Oseram tradition of serving sparkling stout ale.
Ah.
He also suggested we host a party for you, as a surprise.
Ah, Gaia, you ruined the plan.
Yeah, no thanks.
That is what I predicted.
Huh. Ah, come on. Let him serve it for you. You need a little bit of enjoyment.
Is Katalo getting along with everyone?
Yes, though he prefers to spend most of the time alone. He appears to be collating data on war machine progression and significant battles during the Pharaoh Plague, to aid in the creation of a war map of Operation Enduring Victory.
Oh.
I believe he aims to study the tactics of old world warfare.
Okay, that's
I'd be interested
interesting.
in seeing that.
It appears to be a private pastime for him. He has repeatedly declined my offers to assist his research.
I find it very interesting that he's doing there. That biosphere status.
So now that you have Ether, Demeter, and Poseidon, how's the biosphere looking?
In the local region, conditions have improved. Superstorms have subsided, water sources have been purified, and soil conditions remediated. These improvements will stave off environmental collapse for a few additional months.
Well, with luck, soon you'll have Hephaestus. Then you'll be able to fix the biosphere for good, right?
Correct. I will be able to design and produce robotic agents to permanently reverse the environmental damage that has accumulated.
Alright, perfect. Oh, there's more. Plan to capture Hephaestus.
So our plan...
We now know, which is
Right.
while I will, when the second
Okay,
And
we
then-
know about the whole plan.
And the others will...
the end.
And then we'll...
And... Okay, about the old world discoveries.
So the facility where I recovered Demeter used to be a Pharaoh agricultural research facility. It's where they created the biomass conversion system, but also adamantine wreath. Did Elizabeth know they were working on that?
It is likely she was briefed on other efforts to combat the machine swarm, though her focus was devoted only to Zero Dawn.
That makes sense. But they actually got the wreaths to work. If they've been able to deploy it against the Pharaoh Plague in time...
Using the data you recovered on the project, I ran several simulations and have concluded that it would never have worked.
Yeah, I don't get what its
In
point
all
was.
scenarios, the Pharaoh war machines would eventually hack and deactivate the wreaths before they could contain the swarm.
That's not why I'm
So
wondering.
Zero Dawn really was the only solution.
I'm just wondering what exactly its purpose was. To make plants that would not be destroyed? So that would be one plant. One plant that would survive on Earth. Just one. Everything else would still die. What was the purpose of it? What were they planning on actually doing with it?
There was a lot of data in the greenhouse facility about agriculture. Do you think it'll help the Quen fix their homeland?
I will run a query. Complete.
That was fast.
The data contains information about novel crop production methods. which may be beneficial to the tribe in the long term.
But new crops aren't going to save the world. So I guess it's on us.
It is.
Well, I mean, at least it's something.
I'll be off.
Alright, I think I'm done
Farewell.
there. Let's move on. Okay, so you do all have more things to talk
The
about.
old ones fed off livestock a little too much for my liking.
Some of them ate more like the Utaru. Called themselves vegetarians.
From what I'm reading, all the old ones wanted to eat was this stuff called chocolate.
Huh. Hey, it was good too. More to say,
What's
Aaron?
this I hear about you going west?
Turns out we need one last thing before we can grab Hephaestus.
Because it would have been too easy otherwise.
Yeah. Your training?
You've been looking at any interesting data?
I asked Gaia to find me something to look at a while back. And she found the mother of all forges.
Oh?
They called it sports.
Oh.
Turns out the old ones spent a lot of time tackling and punching each other for points in one game or another. Are you mixing some solid food and fresh ale? I bet half the claim will be lining up to watch.
Yeah, it makes sense he'd be enjoying that.
How are things with Katalo? You still scared of him?
Oh, she thinks she's funny. Actually, I played strike with him. I had to fill in most of the conversation myself, but I'm still alive.
Glad to hear it.
Well, at least you found something to do to pass the time with him.
Going.
I think I know the answer, but are you sure you don't need any help? Gaia mentioned this other tribe you found, the Quen. They sound like a nasty bunch.
I can handle them. In the meantime, Varl will help you get ready for what comes next.
Take care of yourself, Aloy.
Indeed. Okay. Varl?
I'm sorry, Aloy. After all the trouble you went through, you have to head west again.
Well, no one said this was gonna be easy.
Yeah, pretty much.
You sure you don't want any backup dealing with the Quen?
They think I'm Sobek, or something like that. They won't hurt me, but I doubt they'll be so kind to anyone else.
If you say so. Let me know if you need anything before you go.
Indeed. Alright, so you're
You
training?
better not be slacking off on your studies while I'm gone.
And risk Zoe coming after me? I value my life. In fact, I've been reading about Ted Faro. How he destroyed the world and crawled into a hole after killing those who saved it.
He definitely was a piece of work.
Okay.
While
Again?
Beta and Gaia built the rig, can you get everyone ready for the mission ahead?
Of course.
What is it?
Nothing. It's just that everything's about to change. We'll get Gaia, and she'll help us set things right. No more zeniths, no more derangement. It'll be a different world. I welcome it, but I wonder how the Nora will react. And the Karja, and well, everyone.
Yeah, it's gonna be a big
Let's just
change.
focus on fixing Gaia for now.
You're right. We've got an angry AI to take down.
And we can ask about the Zeniths.
If I get Omega clearance and then we grab Hephaestus, we might finally have the advantage over the Zeniths.
Can't wait to see their faces as they stare down a bunch of charging Thunderjaws.
Better them than us, for once.
No arguments
I'll
there.
be in touch if I need it.
I'll make sure.
Good.
Okay. So, Zoe has something to say.
Aloy, I hear you're going further west past the Tenakth clanlands.
Do you know anything about the area?
Only hearsay. The Utaru tell stories of an island that lies beyond the western coast. They call it the Isle of Spires. It is said the Old Ones built towers there that touch the sky, so they could live far away from the earth that bore them.
Huh.
As if they didn't want to be reminded that they'd one day return to it.
Sounds like something Ted Faro would do.
Not exactly the reasoning or how that worked. Your training?
How much have you read on Ted Faro?
Enough to wonder how a man who worked so hard to heal the world once could let greed and pride condemn it so easily. For one spirit to diminish in such a way, I'm not sure if I should hate him or pity him.
And on the
And
companions?
Varl doing okay? Training, I mean.
We're doing fine. Although I admit it'd be nice to take a small break from studying, just the two of us. But then who'd look after Erend?
Huh.
Well, there's always Katalo.
We
True.
allowed Oseram with a brooding Tenakth. What could go wrong?
What's everyone been up to?
I've been trying to share some of my meals with Beta. Thought it might help her feel more at home. Maybe even get her to sleep up here instead of in that dark basement.
I'm guessing that didn't work.
She would not be moved.
I appreciate you trying.
Patience reaps the best harvest. I'm not giving up hope yet.
And healing the land gods.
Any progress with your plan for the land gods? Is the reboot code ready?
It is. But there is difficult work ahead. Gaia warned me that because the land gods are linked together in a network, the code must be delivered to all of them. Most are in Plainsong, but in recent years, 3 of them wandered off. So, T, and Do.
We have to find them?
No, we know where they are, but they're hard
I think
to
I
reach.
freed 2 of them.
So, wandered into a lake and sank. Do ventured into a dangerous canyon, and T broke down amidst a herd of machines.
Okay. Tell you what. You go to Plainsong, handle all the land gods there. I'll take care of So, T, and Do. I'll need their locations, plus the reboot code.
I'm sending the data to you now. My people made shrines near where each land god faltered. When you see them, you'll know you're close.
Alright,
And once
so I
again-
have actually freed 2 of them already.
Thanks for your help.
We're not gonna
So
let
I'll
your
just need to
people
go back to
starve,
him.
so I promise.
Alright,
Well, I
we'll
should
get
be
to
going.
that after this.
Hopefully I can bring back what we need to capture Festus. After that, I'm gonna need everyone's help.
We'll be ready.
Alright, Katalo, do you have anything to say? You have a quest for me.
Got a minute?
As many as you need.
I have to travel beyond the western coast.
To the ruins, shrouded in fog.
Yes. And I'm looking for a tribe, the Quen. I encountered them once before. They said they came from across the Great Ocean. I was hoping that Tenakth knew more about them.
There were rumors of trespassers in the area, but we thought they were just bandits. Hikaru sent out a patrol or 2, but I don't recall them reporting back. We've had more pressing concerns, as you know. I'm sorry. That's all I can tell you.
It's okay. I guess I'll find out soon enough.
There is something I've been meaning to discuss with you.
Go on.
It's personal. If you have a moment to spare.
First off, your
Found
training.
anything interesting during your training?
Gaia told me where to find data on how wars were waged in the old world. I knew the Ten fought against machines, much as we do now, but it seems they were among the last of their kind. Later, machines battled other machines on behalf of greedy leaders, as they vied for lands and spoils. At least the Tenakth have the courage to put their lives on the line when conflicts arise.
There is nobility in that. But maybe we just need fewer conflicts in the first place.
Yes, of course. Hikaru would have it so as well.
And companions?
What do Tenakth do to relax? You know, to take a break from training.
We play strike. Your Oseram friend, Erend, is surprisingly good at it, although he has yet to beat me. It helps one think strategically, hones the mind for tactics.
Somehow that still sounds like training.
And what is your request? This I'm actually curious about.
You said there was something you wanted to talk about?
I've been speaking with Gaia. She mentioned that the Zeniths bind metal with flesh to make themselves stronger. I was wondering if you'd help me do the same.
You want to make yourself a new arm?
Yes. Gaia insists she can help me build such a thing if I can get the necessary data and materials. She believes these things lie in the place where Beta hid from the Zeniths.
Oh.
Their ancient research lab.
I am not as familiar with old world machinery as you are. I could use your assistance.
It might be dangerous. The Zeniths probably still keep an eye on that place. We were lucky to get out of there alive the first time.
I see.
It sounds like this is worth the risk.
By the 10, we shall see it through.
Hey, this sounds actually very
I
interesting.
should get going. I've got a long road ahead.
Should you need reinforcements?
I know who to call.
Alright, let's take a
I'll
look
call you when
down.
I'm near the Zenith lab. We'll get what you need for that new arm of yours.
Thank you, Aloy.
Of course. Alright, let's take a look downstairs. There's the stairs. Nope, that's the way out. There's the stairs. So she said there's another location downstairs that was opened up. Oh, and do you have anything to speak of? You do not. Okay, this is not the location.
The door's unlocked now. What was this room for, Gaia?
This was intended as a diagnostic center to monitor machine activity in the repair bay below. It appears most of the equipment was damaged, likely from Minerva's control of this facility.
Yeah, she did try really hard to keep me out.
The vault.
I found a locked door behind the vent in the basement. Wonder if that's it.
Oh.
I've got to be more careful.
There we go.
Got to be more careful. Jensen almost caught onto my plan while we were going over the diagnostic center specs. I've got nothing against the rest of the team. It's just... I'm sure they've all got family they're gonna meet up with in Elysium. But me? I couldn't even bury August. There is nothing of him left besides my memories. I won't let those blink out of existence too. The vault's for us, no one else.
There we
11
go.
more weeks before we lock the blueprints. Then the rest will be up to Gaia.
And this is what I need in order to get into what I believe will be this door.
Looks like a power cell could fit here. Okay.
There we go.
Console has power now.
Ah, here we are. Okay, open this.
From the looks of this data.
Oh. External target firewall RCM1B, active countermeasure phase shift, breach firewall, countermeasure failed, main production external override, downloading, reboot purge successful.
Festus has been trying to hack into the repair bay. Okay, doesn't look like it's been able to.
That at least is good. So we have a door here. Said there was a door in the vents. Not sure where this vault is. Oh, hello. Huh. Didn't realize this was here. Oh wait, now I remember. The vents are over here. This is the door. Okay, this is a code. It's 7 numbers. Let me take a look at the notebook. Must be one of these. Okay, not there. Those are data points in the world. Those are in the museum. Scan glyphs, salvage contracts. There. Regional Control 9. Sample 626. August. 11. Oh, maybe that's it? 9, 626, 8, 11. Let me try that. 9, 6, 2, 6, 8, 1, 1. Nope.
Door needs a code. Maybe this data in the facility.
It has to be it has to be those 3 bits of information. So we have Regional Control Center 9. Sample 626. There is one more door that needs to be opened, so I'll need to find it elsewhere. But it seems like 9626. There should be more. Maybe it's 0962611. Nope. I wonder what the code is. I have no idea. Alright, well, I need to end this episode here because it's gone on way long enough. Next episode, I think we'll be going out to other regions. But that'll be in the next episode. So, until then, I'm Chester44, also known as Fly. That is Aloy. This has been a Let's Play of Horizon Forbidden West. And I shall see you all next time.